Hello, my name is Chandra and welcome to your flow today. We are going to do a short but sweet lower body focused sequence to just sort of open things up in the hips, the quads, and the hamstrings. It's also going to help open up and stretch the low back as well. So let's go ahead and get started in a standing position at the top of the mat. The first stretch we're going to take, you're going to move the toes about hip width distance apart. And you're gonna hinge at the waist and just fold forward on the exhale. And you can lightly bend your knees. And so here what we're going for is bringing the chest to the thighs. You can grip opposite elbows, let your head hang heavy, and just hold here for 3 breaths. Just opening up that lumbar and those hamstrings. You can rock back and forth, 2, navel in to get in deeper to the stretch, and 3. On the inhale, let's slowly roll the spine all the way back up, and we're going to take a couple of quadricep stretches. So we'll start with the right leg, grab the top of the foot with the right hand, balancing on the left leg and pulling the heel in towards the glute. You can hold here for 3 breaths, or if you'd like to take it further, you can lower yourself down to the floor and stretch the hamstring as well. So 3 breaths, 1, 2, try to relax the quad into the stretch, and 3. Inhale, come back up or stay standing if you were there already. And on exhale, let go of that leg. Let's switch over to the left leg. So grab a hold of the left foot with your left hand, pulling the heel in towards the glute to open up that quad. You can stay here if this is enough. If you would like to fold forward, you may do so. You can also support yourself against a wall or a shelf like so, or come all the way down to the floor for 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. On the inhale, come back up, shake the leg out, and we're gonna go ahead and take a wide-legged stance. So on the inhale, take your legs wide-legged and then have your feet parallel to the short edges of the mat, and then slightly bring the big toes in, okay? So you widen your stance a little bit and keep your big toes in and your heels out. You'll feel a little bit of an outer stretch on the outside of the shin, okay? Put your hands on your hips. Inhale, crown of the head rises up. And on the exhale, we hinge from the waist again, this time folding forward in our wide-legged fold. Bring the hands to the floor. Your fingers are in line with your toes. Inhale, halfway lift to lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold forward, bringing your elbows to a 90-degree angle. And 3 breaths here. Crown of the head is reaching towards the ground. Draw the shoulder blades up the spine, giving your neck lots of room. 2 and 3. Beautiful. Let's inhale all the way back up and come back to your standing position. Next, we're going to take some lunges. So we're going to keep the right foot ahead, reach the left foot back to the back of the mat where we're going to take a nice low lunge. So step back. You can also take a shorter step and scoot your foot back if that's easier for you. Keeping your core nice and tight. We're facing the hips forward, hands on the hips, or you can put your hands on your knees alternatively as you bend that front leg to stretch into the hips and groin. For the back leg, we have the knee down. I'm gonna keep the toes flipped under because on our exhale, what we're gonna do is straighten the front leg and fold over into a hamstring stretch. Okay, so we're doing that on our exhale, and then on our inhale, coming to the low lunge, okay? So stay here for a breath. And exhale, hamstring stretch. Inhale. lunge. Exhale, hamstring. One more. Inhale, lunge, pushing even farther forward. And exhale, hamstring. On the next inhale, let's go ahead and step all the way to the front of the mat so our feet are together. And then step that left leg back, the right leg back. Drop the right knee. Keep the toes flipped under as we press into the front leg, or have your hands on your hips, whatever you did on the other side. So we're stretching with our hips facing forward into that groin area and the hips. And then exhale, straighten that front leg into the hamstring stretch, drawing the navel in. Inhale, back to low lunge. Exhale, hamstring. Inhale, low lunge. And exhale, hamstring. Let's do one more. Inhale, low lunge. And exhale, hamstring. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and come into a seated position. Put your feet together so you have the bottoms of the feet touching into our butterfly posture. If you have a wall near you, it might help to sit with your back flat up against the wall if you can't bring your knees very close to the ground or have your heels close to your glutes. And we'll inhale, crown of the head nice and high, and just move the knees towards the floor, holding the feet together. And then we'll just take one fold. So you can bend the elbows and bring your forehead to your toes. And we stay here for 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Come back up. Now, staying in your seated position, we have our legs out in front of us. We're gonna take one little hamstring stretch, and it'll also target the low back here before we call it a day. So inhale, arms up, stretching the spine nice and long, and exhale, fold over the legs, reaching your chest towards your shins. So you're not just collapsing over your legs, but instead moving your body forward. If you draw the navel in and the shoulder blades back, this will help your stretch. Keep the feet active, pulling the toes towards the shins. 3 breaths here. You can choose to look at your toes like I am, or you can let your head hang. 1, 2, and I'm just relaxing my hands on either side of my feet, or the legs is fine. And 3. Slowly roll the spine back up. If you would like to take a Shavasana, please do so now, and you can stop this video. Because this is a short flow, I'm going to go ahead and end here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for free weekly videos on YouTube, and give this video a thumbs up. Namaste.